Welcome to the Fashion Department, a podcast that will explore the world of fashion and how it informs all aspects of life, from dress to lifestyle to food and travel. From stylists to designers to influencers to shop owners, you'll hear the latest scoop du jour. And now let me introduce you to your fabulous host, Tina Bricoli, a Greenwich, Connecticut-based wardrobe stylist and radio show personality. With over 20 years in the fashion industry, Tina will share her take on style, trends, the business of fashion, and her sartorial sense. Here's your host.
And we're back. Welcome to the Fashion Department. We are back, season 3. So excited. I'm here with my sidekick, my cohort, my fashionista friends, and my co-host Cole. Hi, Cole.
Hi, Tina.
Yay. All right, so we've dug in a little bit on the first episode about New York Fashion Week. I want to kind of continue and focus on this episode, trends. We have to talk about trends because I feel like we've got so much to unpack.
Yes.
And so much that we are seeing right now in the fashion world. What I love is I feel like right now there's more options than ever.
Mm-hmm.
However, I know that can be overwhelming for some people. Like some of my clients are like, oh, there's like too much to pick from. I get this question all the time, by the way. Are skinny jeans out? And to that you say what?
I usually say everything's in. I do. I'm like, we can make this all work because I keep just seeing that like everything has a place and purpose.
I love that answer, by the way. So I say something similar. I say wide leg pants or jeans or whatnot, wide leg in general, or wide leg trouser is trending.
Mm-hmm.
However, if you are comfortable in skinny jeans and they work for you and that's what you love, wear them. Don't have a trend dictate you. Wear them.
Well said.
We'll just work it in, right? However, like myself, I wore skinny jeans, but you know what? Looking back, I was like, I never really liked them. I was always a little uncomfortable. I hated traveling in skinny jeans. They were not comfortable to sit 5 hours on a plane.
Yes.
And so I'm more comfortable in a wide leg.
Absolutely.
And I love a wide leg, whether they're in, out, or whatever. And then I always say this. When something's trending, it doesn't mean you have to run out and buy it. It doesn't mean you have to wear that. It just means it's more accessible.
It's on the front burner and it's just heated up a bit more.
Correct.
Something's on the back burner. It doesn't mean that it's like lost.
Are we referring to your love life? No, kidding.
Probably.
Which boy is it that's cooking?
Gosh.
No, I agree. So, all right. So let's unpack a little bit of trends, okay? And I feel like we need to talk about like how you would wear them, whether it's you personally wearing it or you're styling a client. By the way, did I mention this season, Cole, if you don't know him, if you haven't listened to us before, he's an amazing stylist based in New York City. Do you want to go further or no?
I like curate for people. I buy for people. I style for people.
Yep.
It's kind of in that umbrella.
Yeah, New York City based. He will travel.
I will travel.
If it works out.
Planes, trains, and automobiles.
He loves. But I've known you. We've known each other since. This is always a discussion.
Long time.
Yeah, long time. And we met obviously through the fashion world. And he did live on the West Coast first, and then moved to the East Coast. So now I'm happy that he is just a Metro North ride away.
I am. I do. I love the getaway. It's cute.
I know.
I do.
All right, so trends. Some of the things I'm loving. I always hate to say that a color is a trend, but it always happens, right? Like, okay, what did you think of Barbiecore, by the way? I'm segueing.
The movie?
The whole trend.
The whole thing. Well.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so here's my thought. Like, first of all, I had a summer of bubblegum pink. And I was like, I like pink, just like the next person, but everything was pink. I was like, okay. And I mean, am I not a girly girl? Of course, everything was pink, right?
I want to taste the gum, but after a while, I'm going to spit it out.
Oh.
And that's how I felt about it.
Okay.
It was really great. And then I'm like, okay, now let's pivot. Enough.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I get it that it was to promote the movie, but I saw brands. Everybody all of a sudden was putting out pink, a brand that is a British style equestrian brand. So browns and tans and checks, and all of a sudden had pink.
All the Instagram ads, they're like, oh yeah, this and that. The whole like all those Ken sayings, like in tie-dye, like Kenology, or, you know, like that he had written on like certain shirts in the movie. Like every single like kind of
It was a lot.
fast trending, like easy buy thing on Instagram ads was like all about it.
Barbie.
I was like, whoa.
That was crazy.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, anyway, as you can tell, we're over Barbiecore. Moving on. We're done with you. Sorry, not sorry.
I'm so glad that the movie did well, though. That was
Oh,
quite
yes. Okay.
a thing in history.
Okay. Yes. All right. So having said that, pink is not trending for fall. Red is. So I know, pitter patter, our hearts love red. And what I love about it is it's all different shades of red. I'm seeing a lot of bright red or like a garnet. I am seeing like two different shades. One thing I know is like often clients will say to me, there's two colors that usually people go, oh, I can't wear that, yellow and red.
I know.
Those are two colors. Why is that?
Because I was going to say to you, because like I'll talk to like different buyers and stuff, and they all have like their different like, you know, viewpoint. And some of them are like, no, red is not on our line sheet, or no, we would never buy that. I'm like, why?
Why? Right.
I think it's just so severe.
Okay.
I think it's so severe, and I don't know if people are not met at that level of confidence to like wear that.
It's a commitment.
And and like pull it off.
Okay.
But I see it more and more, and you can just wear it in different ways and like break it up with like other tonalities. Like I love chocolate brown with red. Oh my gosh. Love.
A little more, a lot.
Yeah.
Right?
But I think it's the splash of severity.
Yeah.
It's a lot to commit to, I guess.
Listen, this is my advice to my clients when if we have the discussion about wearing red, I say, try a red lip. Mm-hmm. And that even, you know, a red lip, if you talk to a makeup artist, they'll say, oh, people will have the same reaction, you know, like, oh, people are like, oh, I don't do red lips. Red lips, that's so severe. It has almost a stigma. And some people love that, like, oh, it's vampy, it's sexy. And some people like, oh, it's Breakfast at Tiffany's, or maybe that's not Breakfast at Tiffany's, wrong movie, but it's classic, you know, like Princess Grace, or they think it's too va-va-voom. So, but if you talk about wearing red and then you say, well, how about just a red lip? Somehow that doesn't seem as much because it's just on your lips.
Absolutely.
So, you know, I always say that. Start with a little.
But I loved your crescendoed explanation on your story the other day about little more most.
Yes.
And you actually talked about red, which was fabulous. And I love that you like incorporate a little bit, a medium amount, or like a venti size.
Oh, you're talking about the stories?
Yes, your stories.
Oh, yeah. Okay. So glad you brought that up. So each month we're doing this. I came up with this idea, and I hope this is a good one, by the way, because I don't want to. First of all, I'll never take credit for something that I didn't do, but I did come up with this, and I said this to
I think it's brilliant.
To the girls that helped me with my social media, and they were like, "Yeah, cool." And I was like, "I wonder if that is really cool, or they're just saying that to me." So each month, I want to take a color. Just a random color, and show people how to style that a bold color, probably not beige or white, and show people how to style it in 3 ways. So as you saw, September was red, and I think they're going to repeat that. I think they'll recycle that and probably repost it again, because we did get good feedback on it.
Yes.
So I showed you how to wear red, and you see me. I'm in all the videos. I create the look and do the video myself, by the way, in my closet. And I showed you one outfit wearing red, a little bit of red, and then the next outfit a little more red, and then the next outfit was a lot of red.
Yes.
So I showed you, and you could easily take those items. You don't have to wear exactly what I'm wearing. In case you do, everything is linked on my Instagram, so you can buy exactly what I'm wearing, or you could just take the idea. So I think the first look was a red print shirt. So I had a pair of brown, I think it was these pants, brown, chocolate brown pants, and silk pants, trousers, and then I had a black printed shirt with red cherries all over it. And then I had a brown blazer. So it was just a little bit of red in the shirt.
Yes.
And then a little more was I had a second outfit, I think was a tweed red cropped, very Breakfast at Tiffany's type of jacket with a long denim skirt.
Yes.
And then the third outfit was a long ball gown skirt. Yeah, big.
My favorite.
Yes. Yes, I think I might wear that for Thanksgiving. I was thinking, where am I wearing this?
Please.
So each month we're going to take a different color, and I'm going to show you how to wear it 3 ways. So check out my Instagram.
I thought it was absolutely brilliant.
Thank you. Yeah, I had fun with it. It was good.
Yeah.
That's good. All right. So speaking of that, some of my other favorite color combinations.
Okay.
And when I say this to people, they go, oh, I didn't think of that. Like, I feel like the other thing is they don't know how to wear it.
Okay.
Even if they say, like, okay, now I have this red blazer, Tina, how am I wearing it? I'll say, like, don't just, first of all, please do not wear it with black. I don't know why. I just don't like red and black. I feel like it looks like a checkerboard. That's what I think. I think we're playing checkers. Okay, ready. I'm red, you're black.
It's like stark and predictable.
Yeah, predictable. That's it. So if you throw in a little white, I'm good. Or another color, I'm good. So a couple of combinations I love. I love red. So now, again, it's about the shade. Because there's a gazillion shades of red. So imagine a dark, dark, dark red. Like a scarlet red. Okay. And a blush pink.
Oh, beautiful.
Like ballet pink.
Love that.
Okay. Love red and violet.
Ooh.
A real strong violet moment. Love now red, like a tomato red. So it's a very orangey red with peach.
Whoa.
Yes. Taking notes. Okay, my last one for you is red, like a cranberry. So now it's back to like a purpley red, but still or maybe a garnet red. Maybe it's more brown red with mint green.
Wow.
Yeah. Giving it to you. How about that?
I feel like my mouth is exploding thinking of like all these different like salads or something that are happening.
All right.
I'm like peach with watermelon and cranberry with
I tend to talk like that. I tend to say like my colors as food.
You're pulling from the garden.
And I'm pulling from that's it. I'm pulling from my garden. You're right. All right.
But I'm inspired. I'm like, whoa. Okay. Whoa.
Let's always refer to our outfits as like color. Oh, you're wearing espresso today. Let's do it. You're wearing I'm down, right? All right.
I'm wearing charcoal.
You're wearing the burnt steak frites.
This is where diamonds come from, people, if you compress it enough. A la Cole.
Oh, I love it. All right. Also trending, peplum. The peplum is back. Yay.
You love a peplum.
I do love a peplum. And by the way, it's very ladylike.
Yes, it is.
But by the way, I've been seeing it a little bit different. So the newer peplum, I've seen them a little longer. And I've seen them asymmetrical too.
Oh, yes.
I saw an asymmetrical.
Concur.
Yeah, and a little longer. So a little different. I like when things come back, but with a little bit of a twist. I think it's always good, right?
Yeah, they have to switch something.
Yeah.
Proportionally, whatever.
Feathers. Ladies. So here's why I'm loving feathers.
Okay.
For those that don't do fur.
Yes.
PETA, don't come for me. Feathers, right?
Feathers. They could be faux feathers too.
Right. That's what I'm saying. I mean, obviously it could be faux fur, but I had a faux fur jacket on recently, and my husband said, I was going somewhere specific, and he said, I don't know about you wearing that fur jacket there. And I said, why? And he said, what if PETA splashes paint on you? And I said, do they still do that? I said, well, first of all, it's faux. And I said, no. I think they know, because how do you know unless you feel it?
Yes.
And I think they know. I said, and I think that's more of like the old days when the women would wear clearly real fur all the way down to their ankles, and it was the long-haired mink that was clearly real. And they're like walking into Bergdorf's.
Yes.
That's different. That's not where I was going, and I wasn't wearing real, which, by the way, I'm not partially either one. I like both. My real furs, to be fair, are vintage, so I don't really buy new. It's not quite in my budget. Repurposed, yeah. Upcycled. So feathers are it. Are you loving this?
Oh, I love feathers.
Are you gonna wear feathers?
I could do it.
You could do a moment.
Yeah.
You could do a trim, right? It doesn't have to be a fur. You don't have to feel like Big Bird. I feel like it could be like a trim on a cuff. Or on a pant. I've seen it on the bottom of a pant, like a hem, like
around the collar.
Around the collar.
Okay.
There's many ways to do feathers.
I'm going to have to find something.
Oh, I love this.
I don't think I have feathers in my wardrobe.
Oh, a wardrobe challenge.
Yeah. Or like feathers on something denim.
Yes.
Something cool.
Yeah, because I like that. That's a good mix.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm going to have to go looking.
Okay, dressy cargos is also on my list.
Oh, well,
So you love a cargo. And dressy cargos is basically just the fabric is dressy. So, for example, satin pants that are cargo pants. So they have cargo pockets on the side, but it's satin material.
Yes.
So that's a dressy cargo.
Yeah.
Right? Would you agree?
Yeah, like a wide leg pant that's like in a gorgeous fabrication or whatever.
Right.
But it has the pockets.
That makes a dressy cargo.
Yeah.
Okay. Boyfriend blazers, which we love. I feel like this is becoming a staple. An oversized blazer.
I was about to just say staple, and then I bit down on my tongue because I'm like, I don't, you know.
Yeah.
It's right there.
Well, it's trending, so that means it's accessible, and there are many options in different price points.
Yes.
Which also I love when something's trending, because I'm like, that's the other good thing.
Accessible.
It doesn't mean you have to spend a fortune on something that's trending. Working girl trend. Okay, I wanted to talk about this. What is this?
I loved this one.
So for me, it's really like working girl, meaning like you look like you're an executive that works in an office, but you don't necessarily.
Yes.
So it's a blazer and match like a suit. It's suiting, or it's a oversized blazer. It's a button-down shirt. It's very, very corporate looking, but not necessarily. It's with sneakers, and it's not necessarily for the office, right? Would you agree? How would you explain it?
Yeah. No, that is perfectly said.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then one of my favorites, which is quiet luxury. This has been a thing, right?
Yes, it has been a thing.
This has been a thing for a minute on social media. So first of all, here's my thought on this. I don't think this is a trend. Why is this a trend? This is just a style. And I feel like you don't have to say like, okay, I'm doing quiet luxury now. I can no longer do logos.
Yeah.
Right? Because it's basically the opposite. Okay, so people are saying, what is quiet luxury? It's basically like high-end designers and pieces that don't scream what they are. So no logos, no Louis Vuitton, no Gucci, nothing that screams logo, I'm expensive.
Yes, but the quality is
elevated. So it's very expensive things. It's brands like Hermes. That would be a quiet luxury.
The Row.
Right, the Row.
Kate, maybe Bottega.
Yeah.
Yeah. A little bit of Bottega.
A little Bottega, yeah.
But Row and Kate and
Bruno Cucinelli. These are things
Loro Piana.
Yeah, Loro Piana. This is things that would be considered quiet luxury. So in my mind, I'm like, well, I don't think because I'm all about the quiet luxury, but by the way, I'm all about the bright pink feathered boa or whatever, you know what I mean?
Yes.
Or the abstract or the fun playfulness of Alice and Olivia, let's say, or any other brand for that matter. So I can do both, and I am doing both all day long. One day I want to be, okay, a little more subdued, and then the next day I want to wear yellow satin cargos, right?
God.
Right.
You're talking my language, babe.
I know. And then the other one I wanted to talk about was called Gothic Romance.
Yes.
These are like names of like movies. And okay, so basically that's like blood red velvet ribbons, black lace, a lot of velvet and lace put together. So it's goth, but it's romantic. There's a lot of lace. There's a puff sleeve. And immediately, you know what came to mind?
What?
Wednesday Addams. Because I love her.
I finally watched that show. It was freaking amazing. I was late to the game. It's amazing. And also,
isn't it?
I didn't know that Catherine Zeta-Jones was in it.
Oh, you didn't?
And that was such a great
lovely
surprise. I love her.
Yes.
So I can't wait for season 2.
Oh, wait, but there is season 2 already. No, or that was the first one?
That was the first one.
Okay, I thought there were 2.
It better not be out yet. Am I late again?
No. I'll let you know.
Okay.
No, was there?
Maybe
no, you're right. There was only one.
Maybe it will come out during like Halloween time.
I don't think so. My guess is January.
Okay. All right.
Yeah,
well,
that's
whatever.
because it was already this year.
Yeah,
I think.
yeah.
Was it not fabulous?
Fab.
I was obsessed with that character.
Fab.
What is that actress's name? I don't remember.
Oh,
Gomez.
Is it
something Gomez? No.
Oh, hers?
Yeah.
Oh, her. Oh, is it Morticia?
No. The actress that plays.
Is it Lucy Ortega? Oh my God.
I think you're right.
Jenny Ortega.
Jenny Ortega.
Jenny Ortega,
that's
not
it.
Lucy. Jenny
So
Ortega.
cute. But I loved again. So she played. We're totally going off topic. But I love this.
I know.
I love that she played Wednesday Addams, but again with a new twist. So you know what was trending. Not just what she was wearing, but her lipstick.
And the dance.
Oh, my gosh. Okay, so I was at a hockey game at Madison Square Garden.
Oh, gosh.
And in between when the TV timeouts, they show people in the fan. And it was definitely like staged because these people were like on point. The camera goes up top shelf to these like 4 or 5 guys. And they did the whole dance. And I was like, oh my God, the Wednesday dance. My husband was like, what are you talking about? Wednesday dance?
It must have been a TikTok thing and people perfected it.
Definitely. I'm sure. But I loved it. I loved how they were talking about her lipstick. Oh, it's this. And then Catherine Zeta-Jones, who plays her mom, Morticia, had like a darker version. I was so excited about
Christina Ricci made like a cameo as another character.
Yes. Love that. Yeah. Yeah. All right. Well, anyway, that definitely describes
Yes.
Gothic romance trend, right? You
Yes,
would
it
agree?
does.
Okay.
There's also a thing like with a motif called like Gothic flowers. They're doing all these floral kind of motifs, but in like darker, kind of edgier vibes too. Like Chanel was doing a little bit of that, and I think Paco Rabanne did it as well.
Oh, yes.
So when you were saying that was a perfect segue to talk about that too. It's like florals done in like a darker way.
Okay. What are you loving this season, trends wise? Anything anything specific, or are you just kind of like?
I'm loving brown all day long. Brown is the new black, and I love the pops of red. I'm in like heaven.
Yeah.
I'm in heaven.
Isn't that funny how we've been doing this for umpteen years and we still get excited over like a color?
I know.
I know. But that's good. That's great.
I love a wide leg cargo. Obsessed.
Yes.
Yeah, these are the things that make me happy.
Okay, so brown. Let's talk about that because I feel like people will be like, brown? What shade of brown? Why is he loving brown? What shade of brown?
I like a deep, rich, like espresso brown or dark chocolate brown.
Okay.
Like
and you're wearing it all head to toe?
I will do it monochromatically because that's one of my favorite things to do.
Okay.
Or it could be different tones and different textures I also saw.
Okay. All right, so let me give you let's just set up the scenario.
Obviously, we could break it up though, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So here comes, I'm coming into your store. You are the stylist on duty. I come into the store. I'm carrying a fabulous latte. It's got lipstick stains on the cup because I have a good red lip. And I come walking in and I'm like, I want to wear red, I want to wear brown, but I don't want to wear head to toe brown. Mm-hmm. And I'm short and petite, so I need to be careful of if I'm color blocking. I have short legs. How are you going to make me look taller? And what are you going to put me in brown? Starting with chocolate brown. Mm-hmm. What are you going to pair it with?
I really want to put you in like a high-waisted, long pleated skirt. Oh. But I think almost like a bronzy tone because I want a little metallic oomph because you can handle it.
Oh, yes, and yes.
Obviously belting it. Either with gold or some sort of like different fabrication that like gives it character.
Metallics all day long.
Yeah. And then I was thinking red up top for you.
Oh, okay.
But I also love navy with browns.
Unexpected color combo.
Brown. It's my secret Neapolitan weapon.
Look at you.
I love it.
Cole has arrived, ladies and gentlemen.
But I you're just like the perfect muse in Barbie. So.
Oh my gosh! By the way, I was just totally making that scenario up. I really didn't mean for you to like style me, but honestly, I love this.
Yes.
Oh, we might have to do a style session when you come over.
We have to.
And we're gonna have to film it and show everybody.
Yeah.
Okay, done and done.
Mm-hmm.
Love that. Well, thank you. And I loved the outfit that you just created in your head for me.
Uh-huh.
All right. So I want to kind of pivot, and we talk about trends here all the time in the fashion department because that's the fun thing to talk about.
Yes.
And I feel like everybody always wants to know. Funny, I was getting a facial recently. I'm laying on the table, trying to relax. And the sweet girl doing my facial started to talk a little bit about what I do. And I said, oh, I'm in the fashion industry, blah, blah, blah. First question, she said, so what's in? That's the first question. And I often get that. And I was like, oh, she's going to make me think while I'm trying to relax. And I was like, okay, I can do this. I can give her a couple of trends, know, and her questions, she continued with her questions, which I didn't mind because then I was like, okay, I'm no longer resting for this facial. I'm actually engaged and I'm excited about what you're talking about. So I had to quickly like pivot and be like, this isn't a relaxing time. And I was giving her all the different trends, like a handful of them. And she was like, asking me. And then her next question was, is the grunge trend out? And I was like, well, it's not in the foreground, but I feel like that's also one of those, let's call it a look and not a trend, because it's kind of always in. I feel like that's very kind of, could be rocker-ish. It could be, you know what I mean? Like, I don't think
90s. I mean, it could like slither into so many different things.
It definitely could. I feel like it's a look and not necessarily a trend. So I know it was a trend if you're talking like grunge 90s, that kind of thing when it first came out. Yes, it was a trend then, but I feel like that's just now a look that's kind of, it's like denim.
Yeah.
So it was all good. All right, but we talk about trends. I love it. I think it's fun to talk about and to know. But I think more importantly, my takeaway is always, at least to clients or to if someone asks, I actually said this to the facial girl, was, we really need to think about yes, there's lots of options, but also what we already own. I think we have to really be like, my goal is always to be a smarter and more responsible shopper than I was the year before. Now, remember, I do this for a living. So I'm the exception to the rule because I'm getting things that people don't have access to. And sometimes I'm getting things that are either gratis or at a heavy discount that the average person the average person wouldn't have. So to be fair, like when people see my closet, I'll say, listen, this is 26 years of curating. So it's kind of like, if you were an artist and you had like one paint color. No, you'd have many, or you'd have many brushes, So, but again, I think going forward, we need to be more responsible and shop responsibly. It's clothing. It's fun. There's lots of other things that we can put our money towards that would be a better investment.
For sure.
Having said that, do I not like to shop? Of course I do.
Yes.
But I think it's important to really know, like, shop your closet first. And having said that, I feel like we should talk about closet staples.
Yes.
Right? So things you really should have in your closet. If you don't, maybe that's where you invest your money or not. But, looking at what you have. And I also told this facial girl, by the way, she got a lot. In the hour I was laying there, she got a lot. And she got it all for free.
Literally. She was giving you a treatment, but you were giving a whole...
I was giving her lots of treatments.
Lots of treatments all the way back.
I told her, I said, there's kind of a saying that we wear 20% of our wardrobe. No, we wear 20% of our wardrobe 80% of the time. And she was like, yeah. I said, I bet you do. I said, even I do. And then I said, so one trick to kind of get away from that is to just flip your closet. It doesn't matter how big or how small, whatever's stacked in your closet, if it's front to back or left to right, turn it. So take everything in the back and move it to the front. Take everything from the left, move it to the right. Just change it. It's because you're looking at it every day. You go in, you get used to it. It's the same thing.
Oh my gosh, I'm going to have to do this on my own now. The therapy, darling, the therapy.
Listen, I have lots of little nuggets. They're like little gifts. I like to think of them as gifts. This is a gift. So, but seriously, you'll be surprised. Just for me, I do it with one section and immediately like, oh, you'll say, forgot about that. Or, oh, I really want to wear that differently now. Oh, I don't love that. Or that's not fitting or whatever. And that then that leads you to purging and, getting rid of some things, donating or, secondhand shop or whatever, which I'm a big fan of. And you're also making room for more.
I'm like...
Anyway, I think that's a great idea,
I love
right?
it.
Right?
Yes.
So what would you have in your closet? What are some of the things that are staples? I'm going to start with my first thing off the bat is a structured blazer I have on my list. Like classic structured blazer.
I would definitely agree.
You would agree?
Absolutely. I'm thinking navy right now, but it could be black or gray or...
Oh, I like
something.
that. I like that because navy is like the softer version of black. I always say you don't always have to wear black.
Yeah.
Yeah, navy. So you would agree.
Navy.
Okay. High-waisted denim.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I feel like that's a staple and not necessarily that's not a trend.
Or a pant.
Or a pants,
honestly,
right.
Honestly.
Yeah, I have wide leg trousers on my list too. Leather jacket.
Yes.
Here is the caveat. So leather jacket, and then I have in on my notes, what's your version? So meaning is whatever your version of a leather jacket, is it a moto jacket?
Okay.
Because maybe you're in a band and you're like, I'm performing, I got a gig this week. You're not wearing a blazer. You're going to wear a moto jacket because you're cool, right? Or maybe it is a blazer. Maybe you're like, nope, don't do that. I have a corporate job, but Fridays is casual Friday, or I want to go out for cocktails after, and I want to still look cool. So then you're going to wear a blazer, but it's a leather blazer.
Yes.
Aviator. How about the aviator jacket? Love that.
Love aviator jacket. So
cool on the weekends, or even with like a dress shirt and dress pants and an aviator jacket.
Yeah.
Right? Suddenly I'm thinking like Bradley Cooper-ish.
Yeah.
I don't know, or right? Don't you think?
I would wear the wide leg cargo. I mean,
right.
Honestly,
with the aviator.
I love it.
Yeah, and a bomber jacket.
Absolutely.
So these are
okay.
These are other leather jackets. So whatever is your version, I think that's what you need to have in your closet. If whatever fits your lifestyle, let's call it. I also have classic overcoat in a neutral color, like what we would call, when I was a kid, we called it like the dress coat.
Yes.
So it's not a ski jacket. It's not your everyday jacket. It's a dress coat. But like one, you need to have one in a neutral color.
Yes.
I mean, you can have more, but you know, like it's tan, camel, or black. It's the overcoat. It's like the coat you'd wear to a funeral. I hate to say it like that, but then people would get what I'm talking about, right? Like a wool.
Absolutely.
Right? You agree?
And it was like a trend for like fall winter to
Yes.
the long black coat has come back.
Yes.
It's like we haven't seen that before, but yeah, here we go. Which is really a staple, people. But I think it was like the shape that they were introducing, bigger
Yes.
shoulders and everything, made it more trendy.
Right.
But a long black coat should always be there.
Yeah, I agree.
Or some neutral coat should always be there.
I agree. And then I also have a denim blazer. So
Ooh.
yeah, so
I
this
do have that. Okay.
This is something that, again, this is more of like something that was trending, but I feel like it should live in everyone's closet. If you wear blazers, and who doesn't wear denim, a denim blazer is like, I now have 3. In just the last year and a half, I've purchased 3. They're all very structured, and they're all what I would call dressy denim.
Yeah.
But they're so cool and so chic. And I'm telling you, I could put them on with a pair of joggers.
Yeah.
Which is one of my favorite ways, like a good airport look, a good travel uniform.
Yeah.
Joggers, sneakers, t-shirt, denim blazer, bam, done.
Bam.
I'm pulled together. I feel good. It looks like I've tried. I've made an effort without trying too hard.
Absolutely brilliant.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, denim is its own neutral.
Agree.
1,000.
Agree.
Yeah.
And pairs back with anything.
With anything.
Yeah.
Oh, gosh.
So I
denim
think that's got
blazers.
it. Yeah, denim blazer, I think you got to have in your closet. And then I have belts. This is
Okay.
something I think people forget about. You raising your hand?
Oh,
Yeah.
you don't even.
Guilty?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Belts. You got to have thin and you got to have thick, preferably leather, I'm going to say, or like a suede.
The biggest secret of my wardrobe is that I actually own one belt.
One belt?
Yep.
How do you do that?
Don't know.
How do you get up in the morning? The secret of my wardrobe is I have way too many. And I'll tell you a real secret is, you know what I do, my little trick? When I'm going somewhere, and let's say, especially if it's like with a lot of fashion girls, and I'm like, oh, the pressure's on to come up with a good outfit, I go to the vintage section of my closet because no
Love
one
that.
will have that.
Yep.
And when I travel, I go to a vintage store. I always go immediately to the jewelry and the belts. One, it'll fit in my suitcase if I'm traveling. I don't have to worry about, something big and not fitting. And 2, it just changes the look. A vintage belt. This is a really good secret of mine. A good vintage belt doesn't have to be designer, doesn't have to be pricey. It could be $2. A good vintage belt, I'm telling you, people will be like, oh, that's a cool belt. And it will just change the whole look. You could be wearing, like a monochromatic look like you're
Yes.
wearing. And the belt will just add another dimension. And I love it. Okay, boots. So I have on my list knee boot or ankle boot. Why? Because there's a lot of, I think this kind of polarizes women. People say, I can't do a knee boot for many reasons. They don't like them. Their calves are a little bit thicker, or they don't like their knee. I mean, I've heard it all. So I'm going to say you either like the knee boot or you like the ankle boot, but you got to have a boot in your
Yes.
closet. And I think you've got to have 2 versions. You need to have a high heel boot that's a dressy boot and a flat boot.
Agreed.
Now ask me if I have flat boots in my wardrobe.
Do you have flat boots in your wardrobe?
I do.
Tina?
They're just platforms. That's flat, right? It's not a heel. It's flat. A platform is flat. It's just raised. And then I have dressy pumps, like a good pair of pumps, just plain old pumps.
Yeah.
Plain, but like a good, right?
No, for sure.
What are your thoughts on all of that? Give me the tea on what you have, like staples you would put in your wardrobe.
A series of great fitting jeans. I would say either a great fitting like looser jean, like a boyfriend jean.
Okay, so by series you mean different cuts?
Different cuts.
Okay.
I would say at least like 3. So like that, maybe a skinny jean, and then maybe something more high waisted and
Okay.
wide legged.
So 3 different style of jeans.
Yeah, I think you should have that.
What wash would you recommend? Because this is a debate. I feel like people get stuck on the wash.
I'm either gonna say a dark indigo or a black, because if we're talking about staples here, I don't want to get too crazy.
Right.
But if I'm doing 3, probably one would be black, one would be a dark indigo, and one would be a lighter
light.
wash,
Yeah.
because I like that California lighter.
And there are
vibe.
people that are just will not wear dark denim. I know there's people that are like, no. And then there's people that are like, light denim's way too casual. I can't wear that. I have to be dressed for work or whatever it is they're doing, or they just don't like it.
And then I'd probably add a fourth, now that I'm thinking of it, I love ripped jeans and that are like loose and baggy, and I belt them with my one belt. So
with his one belt.
That to me is kind of a staple in my wardrobe because I like to like do that little grunge element.
Yes.
Yeah. A great like cable knit sweater.
Oh, yes.
Either heavy,
chunky
it could be
sweater.
lighter. Yeah, I love a chunky sweater.
Yeah, I do too.
Also a great like cashmere thin sweater. I think those are
Yes.
great staples I have.
It's a layer.
Yeah. Always white sneakers. Like backup after backup after backup because it goes with everything.
So you're talking a high top, a low top, what kind? A dad sneaker?
No,
Tennis?
like a low top.
A low top.
White
Classic?
sneaker. Yep.
Okay.
Classic. Yeah.
Like Adidas, Nike?
Plain, like it could be a Common Project. It could be Zara. It could be
just simple plain white
simple plain
sneaker.
white.
I like that.
Could be
and it needs to be
Adidas.
white.
Has to be white.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
I agree.
I mean, we'll clean them or I'll just buy more.
Right.
I don't know.
The magic eraser works wonders on white sneakers.
I think so.
Yeah.
But also I'd agree with the wide leg pant. I
Okay.
think that's a great staple. And I would definitely agree with the blazer. And I definitely agree with the leather jacket. And the long coat. You've said them all.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to think.
What about dresses? Like if a woman says I need to have like one, I want to have one classic dress, what would you recommend in your wardrobe? Or maybe that depends on the person. I don't know. I'm trying to think of
Something that's not the little black dress?
Yeah, something that's not the little black dress. I know. Like one that's kind of a universal good dress. A DVF, a wrap dress.
A wrap dress?
Right? I would agree. That it looks great on everybody.
Yes.
Cinches in your waist, gives everybody a really good hourglass figure.
Yeah.
And they're usually the right length. They're kind of like mid-calf. So they're not short. They're not long. And I feel like...
And it's not necessarily too bodycon. So it's like hugging everything and you feel weird.
Right. It's fitted on the
nice.
top and then usually A-line-ish on the bottom.
There's
You're
a
right.
nice levity to it too.
Right. And then there's always the little black dress.
Yeah.
A lot of people, more and more I hear people say they don't want to do short dresses. So I'm like, okay. I mean, I can relate to that. I don't really do short dresses anymore either. I don't,
Well, I was seeing like a lot of things on the runway, like the length was just extending, even like the even ballroom skirt length or like the long skirts.
Loving the ballroom skirt.
Yeah.
I feel like more people should wear those. I think they don't know how. Maybe could be a little intimidating because it's a lot of volume.
There's a lot of volume.
Yeah.
But
wear
yeah.
it with a t-shirt.
But the proportion was a little bit longer, I saw, which I really liked. I thought it was really cool in different fabrications and everything.
Yeah.
Dress or long skirt.
Yeah. Anything you're seeing in the city that you are loving? I feel like the city is such great people watching, and sometimes you really catch a moment of somebody. I feel like that's where, by the way, many moons ago when I started my blog, that's where it all came from, was my inspiration, like what I was watching. And in the very first blog post, I actually wrote that and said, and that's how I came up with the name. So the name of my blog used to be Wardrobe Envy. So it was not that, it was that we all have a little bit of wardrobe envy in us. And it was kind of something like from the girl in line at Starbucks with the great handbag to the girl sitting across from me on the train with this crazy, beautiful boots to the actress on the red carpet wearing the gorgeous gown to the influencer that has the great new lip color, whatever. At different moments I realized like, oh, that's pretty. Oh, these are all like moments where I had envy, wardrobe envy. So
I love that.
yeah, I'm summarizing it, but that was kind of how it started. I love it. And I feel like there's those moments in the city where you see like, oh, that's great. Any like inspired looks you've seen recently?
I'll do two. One was at a restaurant not too recently. This woman walked in and she was in this gorgeous, here I go again with chocolate, this gorgeous chocolate tuxedo that was tailored to her body, and I was dying. The high-waistedness of the trouser, the long black stripe up the side, and then her blouse was all in velvet with a pussy bow tie.
Oh.
Her hair was snatched back, and she had this gorgeous like rustic gold platform on and like this cool clutch. I was just...
And it was a tuxedo,
myself.
like regular length jacket?
Yes, a regular length jacket.
Double-breasted?
Double-breasted, high-waisted pant.
What was the fabric?
I think it was kind
Just a tuxedo fabric, not a satin.
No, it wasn't a satin. It was a tuxedo fabric, but
Okay.
the blouse was velvet.
Okay.
And I was just gagging.
And the blouse was chocolate also?
No, it was black.
Oh, it was black. Oh.
To match the stripe.
Oh, a brown and black moment.
It was a brown and black moment with hints of gold.
Oh.
Because the lapel was black too.
This person was chic.
Chic.
Ugh.
The other moment was during the day, and it was a little bit. It was something I observed like through the channels. I really loved this woman was in this tight-fitting creamish top.
Okay.
With this long cargo skirt to the floor.
Okay, maxi skirt. What's the silhouette? Is it fitted or is it like flare out?
It kind of flared out. I didn't hug her too much. It was
Okay.
just it was like nonchalant, like a boyfriend
Okay.
cargo high-waisted skirt.
Okay.
In this gorgeous like off gray color.
Okay.
Belted.
Oh, okay.
I think it was like
She has more than one belt.
Yeah, she does.
Okay.
I think it was like a gold.
Okay.
This boyfriend cream blazer over it. So now we're doing proportion. And she had this like neon shoe on.
Ooh.
And this chrome like Jacquemus croissant clutch that had gold at the tips of it.
I thought you were going to say gold croissant. I was
Yeah.
like, oh,
I think they called it croissant.
What bakery
the
is this?
croissant clutch. Yeah.
Yes,
so there's
yes,
another
yes.
chrome moment.
Yes.
And these big sunglasses. And I was just living for her.
You were like, you are my girl. You're my people.
Yeah. The proportions were right. She was cinched at the right places. It was cool in the right places. The tailoring was on. There was a pop of color. There was metallic.
She knew what she was doing.
I was eating that popcorn like nobody's business, just watching this movie unfold. I was
love
like...
I love it. Yep. I know. I love it. I love it. All right. Well, and I love moments like that in the city or anywhere. Airport's a good place too, or when I'm traveling, there are moments. I actually will like, if I can, I will go out of my way, if it's doable, to tell the person like, I love your look. Or I will just like tap my husband like, look at that girl. I love her outfit. And he'll look. And it's funny, when you and I were at dinner recently with my husband, a woman, you guys were talking, and a woman came into the room. She was looking around, and then she turned and went left. And then she came back again like 2 more times. And she was right next to us. So my husband glanced over and looked back. And you guys were talking, but I was thinking, oh, that looks exactly like an outfit I would wear. Like, it was a wide leg denim, high-waisted, and a denim shirt. And she just had it just looked styled, like it was done.
It was the vibe.
And you went to the restroom, and she came in again, and my husband said, that looks like a Tina outfit. I was like, yes.
Oh my gosh.
That's why I married you. Yeah, but it was good. It was I love to like point out the looks. Like, I love that look, and I just think you can tell when someone has a talent of pulling it all together.
I will be walking in the city, side note, and I will be like, oh, that's a Tina look. Oh my God, I have to tell.
I say that all the time about you too.
Oh yeah.
Actually, my husband and I, say, my husband will say, oh, those are Cole shoes. Oh, that's Cole pants. Yeah, we do too. Isn't that funny?
Yes.
All right, well, we are nearing the end of our show, and I'd like to end with a game.
Okay.
We're not going to play a game.
Darn it. I was kind of ready.
I know
you warmed
you were
me
ready.
up last time. Okay.
I know. Instead, let's end with a stylist tip of the day.
Great.
Okay? I'll go first. I actually have 2 because I couldn't decide.
Yeah,
so
for sure.
All right. So first one is, every week, wear a color that reflects you and your daily plans.
Are you pulling from the garden?
Tina's in wellies and a red top. No.
Okay.
The second one is, wear one accessory that significantly impacts your outfit. That's the challenge, and I love that one.
Philosophical.
Yes, I know. I went philosophical on you.
What is going on here?
Your turn.
Luckily, mine is also philosophical.
'Kay.
Okay. Let me just read this verbatim. Mine is, tell a story.
Okay.
Tell a story with your style.
Once upon a time.
Long ago, was that? Just kidding. It's another song. Tell a story with your style, whether it's a narrative that you want to depict momentarily for fun or indelibly long-lasting. Who do you want to portray to others, but really, who do you want to portray to yourself? I think it's never too late to reinvent yourself, but make the story worth telling and indicative of your true self.
GuestCole over here. Wow. Bravo. I love it.
Yeah.
All right. I feel like this was like a diary entry or something. No?
I just had like
You had a moment.
fashion acupuncture.
Well, I have to say, really quickly side note, when we were talking about this episode and I said, send me your thoughts, your notes were like amazing on another level.
So here's the thing. If you like are like, okay, Cole, the homework needs to be done. And I'm like, okay, so I'm at work. I'm like running around intermittently styling people. And I'm like researching for Tina and like things that I'm pulling and my perspective. And I'm just like start adding it to my notes and I send it away. And I'm like, okay, hopefully that's good. And
it
you're
was
like,
amazing.
Okay,
it was so good. It was so good.
Good.
All right. Well, always good to see you
here
in the fashion department. You'll have to come back again and we will do more. And you'll have to check us out on Instagram as well. What is your handle?
Curated by Cole.
Curated by Cole, and I am Tina_the fashion stylist, where all our fabulous looks are documented.
Yes.
Thanks for joining us. We'll see you next time. Thanks for joining me in the fashion department. Be sure to subscribe so you never miss an episode. For more inspiration and fashion content, check out my website and follow along on Instagram at Tina_the fashion stylist. And a special thanks to the Factory Underground Studio for recording and producing this show. See you next time.